Travis, so I have a question.
Yes, Nestor.
Is sales a skill or just a natural born ability?
Sales is an accumulation of skills and preparation.
Absolutely. So often I look at people and people look at me and they say, I can't do this, and so does it, and it looks so natural to them, and they just have it and I don't. And I believe to a certain extent, there are people that have that X factor in certain parts of their lives and things like that, but the actual things that we do, these are skills, and it's because they're skills, they can be learned, we can get better at them.
Yep.
So we're on camera. Go back and look at our first video. We've probably gotten a little bit better. And that's because it comes with practice, and it's just developing those skills and being ready for the game when the game starts. And it's interesting, I just mentioned the video. We went back to you go back to our first video, we probably prepped for
oh yeah.
Yeah, send me what we're talking about. We need to
don't
prep
give away all
for-
our secrets
Yeah,
here.
we need to prep for 2 or 3 days, right? And then boom, we get together and we made the video. And now it's, hey, what's our topic? And we flow a little bit more. So
Yeah, it's what we do.
yeah, so skills.
So how, we should ask our audience, how do you flow? And if you don't flow, you can fix that.
Absolutely.
And no, you can't
Absolutely.
go to a class
And
and
I-
have it fixed tomorrow.
And I'm going to change the word fix to improve.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing broken about you.
Yeah.
Or any of us.
So we can improve. We can get better at the listing presentation. We can get better at, the door knocking. We can get better at the prospecting.
I'll tell you right now, I'm just thinking in my head, I don't remember the last time I make notes every time I contact somebody, which everyone should do. CRM, KV Core, get on it. It's awesome. I used to so many times write, oh, I missed that opportunity. Oh, I froze. I can't remember the last time I wrote that in a comment.
Nice.
So obviously there's been some improvement there through repetition and just getting it done.
Exactly.
Sorry, kind of interrupted
That's
you there,
okay.
but it came to my mind.
Well, let's talk about how we develop these skills, which obviously I'm going to go practice.
Begins, Fridays at 9 a.m. right here in the office, or rather on
Yep.
Zoom.
That's just one thing that we do. I mean, he's referring to role play and having those scenarios in role play. And here's the thing. When we talk about skills and learning these things, I'll use role play as an example. Sure, we have it 9 a.m. on Fridays. Can you practice elsewhere? Yeah, I can go online right now. I can turn my phone on right now and go to Clubhouse, and I can probably find a group on there that's currently role playing in the real estate world.
Yeah.
And listen in, participate. Will I get, are they good, are they bad? Each one brings value. And that's what we have to understand, is that when we're in these situations, there's value that comes from all of this. Worst case scenario, shit, I just spent an hour learning what not to do, because that group is like, pat myself on the back. We can do a little better than that.
A lot better
That's
than I thought I was.
Exactly. And it's funny, one of the first role plays I did, I asked a basic question. I think I had a room of, this was when we were doing it live before COVID, I had a room of like 20 people. And I asked the question and went all the way around the room. And it was interesting, the answers were all very similar. And we took a step back and I said, okay, here's what you guys should get from this. This is what your competition is saying, because you guys all sound similar. So now that you understand what your competition is saying, when they tell you, hey, there's 2 or 3 or 4 people, or I'm interviewing 2 or 3 or 4 people, understand, here you go. Here are the answers that they're giving. Don't give the same ones. So write these down and understand them so that
Or you've probably heard.
Exactly.
And then stomp all over it.
Exactly. So practice. That's one of the first things I would say with regards to learning a skill. Practice.
Thursdays at 10 a.m., there's an accountability class here at the office.
Okay.
Now everybody thinks accountability, and maybe it is at some level. What'd you say you're going to do? Did you do it? How'd that make you feel? How are you going to adjust for next week, right?
Right.
You can be that raw. But the way we do it is very much like that, but everyone wants to chime in. which I encourage because it's basically like role play.
Exactly.
You say, you know, I've been there before. I see what you're doing. Let me tell you, this is how I overcame it. And it's a great opportunity. So simple involvement is going to improve your skill sets.
Absolutely.
Whether it be an office meeting, whether it be the training, whether it be the intentional action of seeking improvement.
Correct. So, next one I would say, keep an eye on who you're learning from or what you're learning. And I'll give an example in a different world. I want to learn to play golf. I hire a golf pro. He teaches me how to swing the club, and he teaches me with the incorrect way to do it. I will only get so far. I might get better at the game, but if it's fundamentally off from the very beginning and I'm taking lessons and being taught fundamentally wrong, I'm going to be limited. I'm going to cap at some point. You know, any great coach in any sport, there are fundamentals. There's fundamentals to fielding that ground ball. There's fundamentals to the free throw line. There's fundamentals to any game. And if we miss those things or we're taught that part incorrectly, we're going to cap a lot quicker or not hit our full potential. So
True.
I'd say be careful. So doesn't mean that somebody's trying to harm you. Just want to confirm that is right or get that second opinion. What else we got?
Well, there's learning. We're talking a little bit about being prepared.
Okay.
You know, you can always be more prepared. It's unfortunate when people don't think about that and then they wonder why it's a problem when they get there. Easy example is listing presentation.
Yep.
Hey, I got a listing presentation. Where are the listing presentations at? What do you mean the listing presentations? You mean your listing presentation? You know, it takes a lot of work.
Yep.
And it takes updating. And it takes moving it around. It's a living document. So scheduling time aside to get that done.
I'm going to ask this
practice
question, and I'm going to drop it in the comments. I'm challenging everybody to drop this in the comments. I almost said I dare you, but I'm interested in knowing the answer. And this isn't just for me. This is for the audience. Who right now that listens to this, drop in the comments, in your car, is there a listing packet? And is there a copy of the listing presentation? Or, and I will take, at least you know where your presentation is that is available. And keep this in mind, do you have more than one? Because if you say, hey, yeah, my listing presentation's on my desk at the office, fantastic. If I'm at home on Saturday afternoon and somebody calls me and says, hey, come over for a listing presentation, okay, you now got to drive to the office and go pick something up. So do you have that second copy somewhere else? I would challenge you, your listing presentation should be in your car. You should have it inside your car. You should have another one at the office. You should have another one at home. If you have more than one car, there should be one in each car. Everything you need should be in one spot and prepared for you and always available. And if I took a poll, how many people? Out of 100.
I'd be surprised at 20%.
Okay. I'd be surprised if it's 2. If 2 people actually are that prepared to that level. And I get it, but I say back to that, this is about being ready in the moment, and I want you to take a step back when I challenged you with this is I can almost guarantee every single person, me included, has been put in a situation where we weren't prepared.
Yeah.
And we wish we were, and what did it just cost me? So in our area, 20, 30, 40.
On average, 20 grand.
Yeah, $1,000, that goes to somebody else because we weren't prepared or I wasn't prepared for that particular situation. So when we put that into perspective, really what I'm asking for makes a lot of sense.
That's interesting. I remember when I got started in the business and listened to this set of tapes. Gosh, I wish I could remember the guy's name, who they were. And actually, I think it was Howard Brinton. It was Star Power.
Never heard
remember
of it.
him. Okay, well, it was just top performing agents. Cassettes. That's how long ago this was. And this one guy, on getting ready for his listing presentation, he would write out a check to himself for what the anticipated commission of the listing he was going to try to get would be. And he'd set that on his passenger seat and he'd drive out there and he'd be looking at it. He'd look at it before he went into that listing.
That'll change your mindset.
Do you think he was prepared?
Right.
Do you think he was thinking, what do I need to do to nail this? Do I have everything I need? Getting you mentally straight.
Absolutely. So for the most part, I mean, we're filming this. It's still early in the year. We're in February. So if these things aren't together, now is a great opportunity to
True. Good
go
timing.
back, look at these, what needs to be adjusted, what doesn't make sense anymore from last year to this year, or whatever your presentation. If you don't have a presentation, go online or find a friend and steal one. Make it your own. When I say steal, don't take theirs and try to duplicate it and make it exactly. You want to make it your own, but use it for guidance. And if you can't find one, DM us or shoot us a message. I'm happy to send you a copy of one. There, no excuses. Just took all the excuses away, everyone. What else we want to talk about? Skills.
I mean, it's everything, right? It's your open houses, it's working with your buyers and consulting and just a constant game.
Absolutely.
Got to do it, got to be involved. The more you do it, the more you'll get in return.
Absolutely. It's ever changing, it's an ongoing process and it continues to grow. I mean, that's why we practice on a regular basis. So, because everything is changing. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, let us know. Comment, please like, please subscribe. Pass this on to somebody if you think they'll get value out of it. If you're not getting value out of it, let us know. We'll change it up.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys very much.